Hey everybody, today we're gonna do a little bit of powder coating on some jig heads. This Pro-Tec powder paint. It's easier than I thought, and probably a lot of other people, you gotta go buy a special oven or something to heat it up, and that's not the case. It's a regular old heat gun. Will do exactly what you need it to do. The directions on it right here tells you how to do it. We're going to do some small 1/32 of an ounce jig heads in the green, let's see, in the green pumpkin. And then these I make myself. They're a 1/32 ounce, but I get to choose the size of the hook. These will be dyed in the flame red, which is what we have for now. And that'll be used for crappie jigs and things like that. So the first thing we're going to do is, all right, you got to have something to hang your stuff on. So you got to have something to hang your finished product. I just took some old stiff wire I had. You can use any wire, because this is going to be a little warm when you're done, and you got to have somewhere to hang it. So before we get any further, let's go ahead and, I have a fly tying jig vise that I'm going to use to hold this after it's coated the first time, and we have to hit it twice with the heat gun. So you have to fluff your powder paint, shake it up, take your lid off. I always put it back real easy. This is going to be the smaller, so I take a pair of needle nose pliers or whatever you have, get a hold of it, take your heat gun and hit each side about, I go 15-20 seconds to make sure it's good and hot, because it has to be hot in order to dip. And once you get this heated up real well, it's a fairly easy process. Take your top off, dip, tap off your excess, and then you're going to set it in your vise. And then hit it one more time with the heat gun. It doesn't take much of the heat. You'll see it start to shine, and that's when you know you've got it pretty close. But you can put these in a 350-degree oven for 15-20 minutes, and okay, that's done. But that's extremely hot. So we get a hold of it again, release it, and take it over here to our wire we got. Oh, that ain't good, is it? Dries pretty quick. I didn't go anywhere. It's not that hot. Alright, and we'll finish these other two real quick. Just now you gotta, it's not so much how hot you get it to start with, it's the heat. You just want it to where the paint powder will melt enough to stick. Ah, crap. Just hit it again real quick. Like I said, it doesn't take much. You're just heating it up. As far as the cure goes, I'm not so sure about the curing. I make several of these because where I'm fishing at, you lose quite a few of these in the rocks and the in the brush piles, limbs, that sort of thing. Alright. It says you can use a torch. I don't know so much about all that. I think using a torch would be a little more dangerous. That got a little bit. Got quite a bit of that on there. Whew. So we're done with the green pumpkin. It's going to team up with this olive marabou. when the white bass run in the spring, that green, dark green pumpkin headed jig head paired with this olive green for the skirt tied up, it's just amazing how much they like it. So we have that done. I'll adjust this to hold these because they're a little bit bigger hook. There we go. All right. So we are going to try to clean them up just a little bit. I made these a while back and left them out, so they got a little bit of a tarnish or whatever you call it on it. Alright, so we'll shake this. These will be used as crabby jigs. I did a couple of them of some store-bought. You can see that they really, that's that flame red. They should have just said orange. So I had to order some more to have red because I like the red with the white feathers or whatever skirt. That works, to me that works better here on the hair flies. For the crappie, it's not so much for the white bass or anything. But these I made myself. I bought the mold and everything, so let's see how well this does. Thing started smoking. I thought I might have had that, but evidently not. Let's cover that in case this blows. Alright, let's see if we can heat that up a little. Make that melt on there a lot better. Seems to have done fairly well. Didn't conduct too much heat. Let's see. Yeah, that coated that well. Let it sit here and cure a little while. These, the first one we done, has done real well. That dark pumpkin green, I mean, it's nice. It makes a nice smooth coat. You just have to limit yourself on the dip. I mean, this is a learning process for me still. But it seems to do pretty good. It definitely beats, like making my own definitely beats going to the store and buying pre-painted jig heads or something like at, because you know, like I said, where I fish, it is super easy to lose your jigs. You're hanging up all the time. So being able to do my own is a plus. And it's quick. When you hit it with this heat gun, I mean, it is quick to finish melting that powder, and it's amazing how quick that heat gun does it. You're not running an oven for that length of time. I mean, if you're in rocks, I don't care what you do. If you're dragging your baits across the rock, you're going to beat the paint off of it. There's no way to stop it. Store-bought, whatever. I've had them really look rough after about 4 retrieves through rocks and stuff, so I'd rather do it at home. I'm planning on dipping some for walleye jig heads. Probably didn't need a double dip there, but thought I saw something that didn't quite take, which is probably my eyes, but we're gonna give this a good shot. Now, this powder coat's not that bad. I mean, it's not really expensive. If you're making your own jigs, your biggest thing is finding the lead, and the mold is, you know, anywhere from 52 to 56 bucks per mold, but I mean, I enjoy playing around with it. So that looks pretty good for what we had to do with. You know, I mean, that did fairly well. The dark pumpkin green on the smaller hooks for the white bass, and then there's your crappie with the flame red, which I might as well, I don't know why they don't just call it orange, but there you go, folks. So yeah, guys, I like playing around with this, man. It saves me a little money, gives me time to tinker, especially when it's extremely hot or raining buckets outside. If you enjoyed this, or you want to see some more little tinker things that I do that maybe you would like to start doing, hit the subscribe button and hit the thumbs up, like, comment,